So now, since we are starting the official school of Dr. Chris Hart, what boys and girls need to learn. So for boys, so far we've covered, okay, fine, you have to be competitive in your academics. Number two, you have to be competitive in your social life, learn how to interact, spend less time with video games. What would be the third thing?
Yeah. Well, it's the second, actually. It's about learning how to go out and meet and interact with strangers.
Yes.
You think about it, the world of a child is very circumscribed. They know everybody in their world. You then think about somebody who goes out into business. They meet strangers. So one of the things you have to learn is how to meet and interact with and be effective with strangers. Think about it for a moment. Just about every nice thing that ever happens to you in your life starts with meeting a stranger. The girl you marry is a stranger. The guy who gives you a job is a stranger. The guy who gives you a contract is a stranger. You see what I mean?
Yes, yes.
So the skills interacting with strangers are critical. We don't teach them.
Wow. That would be a very interesting course to learn and teach. So
It's a very important skill, isn't it?
yeah, you've hit the nail on the head. So how to talk to strangers, and also I think maybe another skill, you can add on to this, figuring out what you want and now seeing if this stranger that you're talking to is able to provide that.
Yeah, very nicely expressed. If you think about some guy who is getting on really well in life, he will have a number of characteristics. One is he is competitive. The second is he's got good social skills.
Yes.
The third is he deliberately goes out and finds strangers and interacts with them. But underlying all of that is that he is intensely self-aware. He knows what's going on in his head. He doesn't just react to the world. He thinks about where he's trying to go and what he likes doing and where he wants to make an impact. And he steers all those interactions with the strangers towards making that progress, making that happen. You see what I mean?
Yes.
So, for example, you imagine a guy who says to himself, I want a job. Well, step one is he needs to think about what sort of job and what sort of organization. And then he starts to need to meet people who are in that area. He begins to know what opportunities there are. And he needs to start being known. It's very impressive how the starters are already working, even when they're in school.
Yes.
They know the people who are in the world of work where they want to end up. You see what I mean? And the other group don't. The failures to start don't realize that that's important.